Hello and welcome to the Bull Market Watch. Today is February 26th, 2019, and this is the second time I started. I'm going to just go over the disclaimer quickly and say you can watch that you can read that in the description below. And now, as we go through the video today, let's test out a few things. First of all, let's double check the sound is working. And then next I want to see if the chat is working. All good. And that should be coming up on the chat on the screen, unless I have the gray box above the chat. I don't see it coming up. Well, I'm going to continue. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So what we're doing here today is the regular bull market watch. We're going to go through all of the markets on Poloniex. We're going to grade them all, give them a color coding so that we fill them all out here all the way along. And then as we go, I'm going to ask for your participation in the chat. If you think that that coin should be shortlisted to see if it makes our top list, let me know. If you say BAT, that should be shortlisted, put it in the chat and I'll add that to our shortlist as we go through. And then after that, we're going to take our shortlist and we're going to break it down to the top 10. And finally, we're going to get down to the top 3. And there's a couple criteria that I want to put onto those to see if they fit into those top list areas. So we'll start off with, a tantalizing view right now, first of all, of what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. So we got Bitcoin here, Ethereum here, Litecoin, Stellar. Stellar's in this great bottom formation. Litecoin's already come up and it's right along support and resistance. If it drops there, that's a sell order. Ethereum is pulling back like a straight line, but just at the end of that, it's broken it. So what's going to happen next? Bitcoin is on an uptrending channel instead of a downtrending channel. What's going to snap first and which way is it going to go? Of course, everyone's hoping it bounds up. So it's more likely to go down then. But we don't know yet. We'll follow up with that. For now, let's scan all of the coins. Let me double check I've got the chat where I can see it. Your top pick for March is Electronium. So that's going to be added to the extras afterwards. So I'm going to go back through this chat afterwards and I'll take all these and I'll put them into the description. And we'll write these down and take screenshots or what have you of who's saying which coin. So if it's not on Poloniex, then you have to put it in the chat so that it can be considered. And we'll have that written up and put it on the forum or something so that we have it set. Now, would this be an alert yet? It is so close that, I gotta click over here. It is so close that I can't do it. It's almost, but not quite. Basic attention token. So if you've got, okay, this one is great. Okay, we had that as an alert. We had it set. And sure enough, it turned into a hold. But is that in the top 10? Should that be shortlisted in some of the top ones for what's going to be in March? I'm going to shortlist it. I'm going to shortlist it because this is the juice. This is the gas. This is the currency that runs a whole new advertising system that is going to be as big as Google ads, as big as Facebook ads in a different way. And so it's got a great potential in the longer term, technically. I mean, like fundamentally. BNT, I've got that next in the list on here, so we'll take a look at it. What? BNT. Nothing going on here yet. It was a near fail. At least it's up to a neutral now. Oh, I keep clicking over here on the wrong place. Neutral. My screens have changed positions, and so my working area has changed positions. Even though this is marked as neutral for the simple trading plan, swing traders would be all over this. It's come down to these super lows twice and bounced up off of it. Let's go see what MBAB says. Biggest gainer in March will be Dent. Morpheus Labs. Awesome, Jared. Thank you. I mean, I have to go and read up on Morpheus Labs. They're using a very powerful name. BCHABC. And Dent. I'll have to check it because that's a very low Satoshi priced coin. So, oh, nothing going on here. BCHSV. So this is actually faded off. It was looking so much better yesterday. SV has bounced up and given some nice volume, so it's building a bottom formation for us, but still nothing done yet. None of these jump into my top lists of what could be the best. Watch, it'll be this one. Neutral, but there's some volume coming into this. There's some volume of buying coming in. Gotta pay attention. There'll be a time when that one's going to go and it'll be easy, quick percentage gains. Next one is BTC. I have it over here. BTC 1 minute. 3-month view. So it's still a hold, except for this pullback. It depends on where you put your stops. But for me, out of the buy signal that we got here, this would still be a hold and not a problem. But I don't know what I put in the spreadsheet last time. So we got out as it broke here. We put our stop losses closer. So now we're reevaluating then. I'll leave it as neutral. And we'll reevaluate just as though we did get kicked out and we're going to have to buy back in on the next good consolidation and price move. And minimize that. Then next one is BitShares. That's too bad the chat is not coming up in there. What's going on with that? Oh, I think I can refresh. There we go. Ooh. Right on. Glad I got it. Now we can see right on the screen, Electronium. We can see March will be Dent and Morpheus Labs. So we'll check all three of those out in the next show. If you've got another one, stick it in there. So BitShares has got a nice huge bowl shaped formation coming up now. So it may give us a cup with handle. So we have this really big bowl shape. Wouldn't be out of character for something like this to happen. Morpheus Labs is a STO. I have to go back and look it up so many times and it just does not get into my thick skull of what it is. Securities token often. What's going on in Bitcoin? I need a new browser. Bitfinex. Bitcoin. Zoom in. Ducking down. So it's good to have this along the side here, those liquidation details. Security token offering that has partnered with many blockchains already. The platform is running. It is being used in Singapore government. Morpheus Labs, MTX, MIT. Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out. So Bitcoin's not being nice. How about Ethereum and Litecoin, Stellar? What are they doing? We'll keep a look at them as we go through here. BitShares, like from where it is right now, it could be ready to do that pullback. If Bitcoin's going to pull back another step and retest these levels, then these will also be pulling back. And this could be the time to be selling. So, right, get the right detail here. Right on this uptrend line, if I zoom into the 1 month view, look at this uptrend line, 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, 1, 2, 3 top formation. We do have a pullback of the RSI and some on balance volume selling. Next we have, so anyway, what would that be? I would say it's still a hold right now, and I'd move my stop loss up close just on that observation. Burst has stepped back, not pushed forward. So that is, we're getting a few different bearish indicators here, just as Bitcoin is given that little bit of a tug down. And we can see this trend line here in Bitcoin. If it breaks this trend line, that's going to be something. So let's take a look at Clam. This is a good one because we nailed it back here. Looking at the 4-hour bar, we nailed it back here, turned it green, and up we go. We're doing great on this one. I don't know, some 40%. Let's see, no, that's not the right one. If I go shift, well, from where it is now, click down to here, that's 24, but if we click and go up to there, we're at 30%, pretty darn good gains, and it's just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So we'll be looking back at this trade and saying, woo hoo hoo, look at what we did on this. It's going to be insane. XLM looking to rise on the ratio. Hey man, Max, good to see you along. Pardon me. So Clam, it's probably not going to be BitShares. It has to be in the top 10. Or in the top, but this could be one of the top gainers percentage wise. It really could just do something stupid because it's a pump and dump group's dream setup, and they could have been working at this for a while, so we could see something crazy going on. I have my Poloniex set up over here. Okay, nothing there. Civic Coin. Where's the chat? Zoom in. So Civic Coin is giving us a great bottom formation. We're seeing some good pre-pump candles. It's love it. We're going to put this right back to hold from where it is. So for bullishness index, that is looking bullish as can be. It looks like it's going to be jumping right out from this price level right now. As we zoom right into it, look at how many times it's come up to these levels. Big buy candle. Really nice. If Bitcoin comes back though, all bets are off. That will come back as well, and it'll be changed from a bullish stance to a more bearish stance. But right now, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I was thinking maybe it should only be an alert, but no, I'm gonna leave it. Hey there, buddy. Slow day in crypto so far. No, actually, let me segue off right there. That's a perfect little jump. It's not been a slow day. We've got this crypto signals service. And you can see here that we've opened some trades just the last couple days here. On the 22nd, we're up 42%. There's another one on the 22nd, up 12%. The ENGA, we opened up on the 20th, and now it's up 118%. So, yeah, I guess it is, what's the date? The 26th. So we did have a couple trades that were initiated here today. And this is our winning trades ordered by date. So these are the most recent ones that have come up. And what we're have there. So if we go by profit loss, here are some of our newest trades that are just starting out. And then some of our better trades, Theta is just kicking butt. ENJ, of course, has just jumped right up right fast. So we're catching some really good ones as they start out. DLT, fantastic. And what would this mean for your trading if you were to be able to catch some of these things as they were happening? These were all on Binance, by the way, nothing on Poloniex. You can read here what our customers are saying. You can check out all the educational bonuses that come along with our alert service and get some fantastic training along with our alert service. If you are the trader who's looking for more details and detailed monitoring of over 200 different altcoins, we can help you out with that. But for now, let's keep going on our bull market watch and see what's going on. So Dash is definitely a continue to hold, and look at that delicious formation. What does that make me think? It makes me think here. And if we do a Fibonacci, it'll definitely line up. Okay, I'm a little bit far in between the two Fibonacci's. If we just do this range right here and think of where it's going to be jumping up to. So maybe I'll pull this back and aim for the first Fibonacci as target number 1, and target number 2 would be the second Fibonacci. And if you're looking for a short-term jump, so I like it. We'll see what's going on. So Dash is still, well, we moved it to a cold fish. Let me clear all that stuff off there. Zoom back in on this to the 1 month view. We turned this into a cold fish after it pulled back. We bought into it back here. It pulled back. We turned it into a cold, oh, I see, right in here yesterday. That's what happened. Then we called it neutral. So yes, I'll leave it neutral to say if I was to be stepping back into this, what would I do? If I was, for my own self, if I had been purchased in there, my stop loss would be way back. I wouldn't have my stop loss so close, my own self. When I'm giving these alerts, I always put the stop losses in. It's just a seatbelt. So at any rate, this would be a projection just to hold it. It's going higher. Now that I'm not in there, and you could be getting in right now and use your risk control rules to get out if it starts to go down any further, because then you're clearly not right. But it's a good place that it's in this pullback just before the move up. We'll see how that prediction turns out in the next couple days. I love it. So Dash, I'm going to leave it as an alert then, because I expect it to be jumping up. And Decreed, well, okay, it's neutral now. For this trading system, it's got to come back up now and turn tide and come back above these levels, the 0048-ish area. Digibite, what happened to you? Because you were doing good. Okay, so right out of that big triangle, it's still doing great. And we are pointing this out as it was forming and as it was forming and as it was forming all the way along. Finally caught it and bang, off she went. Still holding on to that. And I love it. Doge, are you going to give me my Alaskan sled dog pattern yet? Not today. Neutral. And I'll talk about the Alaskan sled dog pattern a different day when it starts out. So this one, I would say, like for us, this is still a hold, because we got into it on these breakouts in this area. And so our stop loss would be still way back here. It protects our initial investment, a little bit of profit, and we're there just in case this is going on a long ways. So for my own thinking, I'm going to leave this marked as a hold for bullishness. Ethereum Classic, okay, I would say, yeah, still neutral. It wouldn't be much for it to go up higher to become an alert, and it may jump right to a hold for a bullishness pattern. This is pulled back pretty good. So if we grab the Fibonacci's and we say, what did you do as pullback wise? It's in between the 0.618 and the 0.5. Maybe not done. Don't know from that. But for us, we got into it on one of these steps back here. We're still, this would be my stop loss now, would be at these levels. Support and resistance levels in the history would be right in there. If it came back, we would take our losses or take our lumps there. So for now, it's still a hold, and we'll see where it goes. Factum, I'm very interested in. This is really building up. There's a lot of accumulation going on, and it's all being done quietly. So you're not hearing it here, but this is definitely an alert, and it's going to be taking off. Wait a second now. I've got to mark this as one of the, what I think is going to be the best performing in the month. Digibite is going to be one of the best performing in the month. How about Decreed, Clam, Burst, BTC, maybe BTS? Yeah. It's one of the most active blockchains. And I think that they have stuff coming up that is going to be, there's always stuff coming up. Foam is our next one. It's consolidating, so I can give it still a near fail. Consolidating, but it's just like dripping to drop further. Game, I don't think this is going to be one of the top moving ones in March, though I'm going to move it back to a neutral for what it's looking like right now. Gas remains a hold. So this is a difficult one because it wiped up and down so much. Hey, how's it going? Good to have you here, Limar. We got the question of the day is, what are the top 3 cryptocurrencies for March of 2019? So the best cryptocurrencies to buy now and hold in March of 2019 is what we're looking for. So as we go through and we're reviewing each of these, and we're doing the cryptocurrency technical analysis here, and we are checking out our crypto trading plan, gas looks like it's going to be taking off. So when you gotta leave some room for the market to move around. It's a difficult thing to do, but it's based on your belief system. And after you've studied this trading system and you see how long it takes for these things to play out, you get used to the fact that they're going to be coming up and down, and you sort of average it out and don't get so you don't get unsettled by the fact that they're doing this. Now, GNT is neutral, and it's probably going to just blast right off out of nowhere because it's been accumulated all sorts of different times here. Big green candles. People are soaking this up and sitting back and soaking it up. So it's not going to be sitting still for long. Grin is a new coin, and we'll just skip that for now. Hunter is not looking too good. I'll leave it as a near fail still. Could be neutral maybe. Now here is a coin I'm going to mark as one of the, I'm going to mark it as an alert, and tomorrow it'll, I think, with certainty be a hold. And I'm going to mark it as a 1 here, so it's in the top, at least, top potentials. Library credit? I don't think so. But it's a hold for us. GNT is your pick. All right, let me add that in there. We'll put it in. So if we're going past any of these that you think should be in that, in our top list, I put this in the wrong place. Let me put it in here just for now, so that when I scroll along, we can keep that in mind, that we want to put that into the top list if it qualifies. Loom we had it as an alert, and what happened? It turned into a hold. So I love it that we had alert, neutral. Going back in time here. Oops, now I messed it up. Oh, let me do this. Even better. So Loom, awesome, is now a hold. Lisk, it's been a near fail, and then an alert. What happened to Lisk? And I skipped one. I would say Lisk is still an alert. It is close. It's right on a beautiful formation. And I'm going to go back one to LPT and take a look at this. And it's not in our chart here, but that it would be an alert for sure. Look at these big buy candles setting up here. That looks great, and I don't like Bitcoin in the background. You can see this little tick down here. Definitely Digibyte. The market is so small, it will rocket. Digibyte. Let's go back to Digibyte. I was a big Digibyte aficionado. I really was. And it... Where'd it go? Oh, I do have it marked. Awesome. Good. I was a big fan of Digibyte, but it didn't do as well as I thought it would. So anyway, now, what is this? LPT, that's a recommended market right there. That chart pattern is recommended for a buy low, sell high, or buy medium, sell high. Litecoin, pulling back. This feels to me like it's got room to pull back. It may be staging to go higher, but that's not looking like it to me. And with Bitcoin fading one tick back off of this formation, now makes it into a 1, 2, 3 top formation. 1, 2, 3 top right there. So this is a sell signal in a downtrend. This is a sell signal in downtrend right now in Litecoin. So I'm going to mark it as that. Oops, over here. I'm going to mark it as like a, we leave it as a hold. If it breaks down below that, then we call it a cold fish. But it's like a sell signal shaping up right there. And Made Safe coin is looking great. It's coming up close. I'm going to have to put it as an alert. It's probably going to pull back. If Litecoin and Bitcoin are topping right there and they're going to pull back, and if Ethereum is going to pull back, then all of these will pull back more, even if we have them marked as an alert right now. Mana, we had as neutral, near fail, neutral, near fail, and then boom, launch. And it wasn't, as I went into this chart to see, was there something I could have known or seen in the chart before to know that I should be buying into it? And really not much. It's a pretty risky thing to be buying at the number 3 point of a formation that it didn't even look that good. There was some news of a partnership or something, and away it went. Now to jump in? Should you jump in now? Should you jump in now? No. It may go higher, but this is not the kind of market that if you're studying what you're learning here, you know it's already too late. And there's other markets that are back in this formation that are just about to go. And those are the ones we want to identify. And then those are the ones we want to take a position in. And so Mana, I'm going to put it as a hold here because these are not trading signals. It's just bullishness, bearishness index. Nav, okay, I'm going to put this, I keep it as an alert. Looks great. Namecoin, is this going to be one of the top movers in March? I don't think so. We'll leave that as a fail. NXT, probably not going to be. Whoops, this is the wrong one. Probably not. Still neutral though. And if it's not taken off the exchange, it's building up into a formation. It could give us a signal. OMG turned into a green the other day, and so it's consolidating a bit, but still holding that status. Will it pull back if Bitcoin does? You betcha. It'll come back and retest these levels for sure. And that'll be changing our bullishness index of it. This is, I guess I'll say it's a near fail. It's still one Satoshi away from going down, down, down. Pascal, that stays as I'll leave it as a near fail now. And none of these are groundbreaking that they're going to be the top 3 cryptos for March 2019. PPC, probably not going to be. Well, let's take a quick look at Poly. Wow, Poly is going to need some turnaround before it turns into the crypto of the month for March. Double bottom here, so I'll leave this as neutral for PPC. That's pretty good actually to move it up to neutral. Might be a little generous, but I'll go with my first instinct there. Quantum moving up, it is neutral at best right now, and this could be a really great retest of these levels. It could be a fantastic time to be getting in, but it also is retesting this bottom trend line, and a break below that would be very bearish. If Bitcoin's going down, this is going to drop below that trend line as well. So neutral is the best I can give it because it is right now starting to look precarious. Rep, how are we doing? You're holding your own there. I'm going to say still a near fail. That came down quite a bit. There's no support and resistance really from here to here. That could drop down, poof. No, in no time. SBD. All right, looks like it's going up, but I'll just put neutral. I don't know it. Siacoin. Near fail still. Not one of the ones that's going to be changed in the world. SNT, is this going to be a top performing one? You know what? Siacoin could be one of the top performing ones for March. It may not be going to change the world, but that from those little Satoshi, when it starts to go up percentage-wise, it could be crazy. SNT is new, and it's making a really great formation. I don't know if, I'm going to leave it as neutral. Tomorrow it may be an alert, and I don't know if it's going to be the top performing one for March, but Steam could be one of the top performing cryptocurrencies for March. I'm going to leave it as an alert, and I'm going to put that in there as one of the top. Storage could be one of the top performing as well. It's staying on the hold, and I'll also bump it up there. Stellar could be one of the top performing of March as well, because it's pulled back so much and making such a great formation right now at these historical levels way back. Really key. And there's some news announcements going on with that. It's still neutral, though. It's got to tick up a little bit more before it gives us a buy signal right now. Strat. Any thoughts on V chain? VE. Is that on Binance? We've got V. Keep it down there. I'm not sure which VeChain is. So we have to go to Coin Market Cap. VE chain. Oh, there it is. VET. Okay. VET, 3-month view, 1-year view. Well, it doesn't have very much history, so it's always harder, but that it's come down, bounced off that, and pulled itself up like this, that seems to be really building up. I like that it's got volume all the way along, right since the project inception. It's not just a bunch of volume and then nothing is sitting for the project developing. There's use case to this somehow for something. I don't know what it is. But it is making a great 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. We are on the 1-day view. So if we go into the 3-month view and pull back, look at all these moving averages crossing and pulling apart, and the price is making a nice breakout here. Beautiful. Really great chart. And I know that if we pull up some of these indicators, look at this RSI is diverging from it. We see that the MACD indicator is on an uptrend as the prices are coming up to this point. Beautiful. And that we've got an on-balance volume coming in all the way through here that is much greater than the selling. Then we've got it picking up again here. Really looking great. Great chart. Good to share it because everybody can benefit from this. There's so much opportunity here. There's no limit to it. We can all profit and benefit and make life-altering income from this stuff. It's phenomenal. Crazy. And this is going to be one of them. It's going to be, even if it goes up to 3,700, which is nothing compared to where it's been and where it's going to be going. I really think it's going to hit 9,000. Strat. Where are we now? You're welcome, Jared. Hey, I'm glad you brought that one up. VET makes VThor like Neo makes gas. Cool. Do you have trailing stops for Theta anticipating their mainnet launch in mid-March? Let's go and see Theta. Theta. Oh, wow. Crazy. This is something that I have what I call popcorn trade orders on. So Ed, if you're not already, be sure to come and join us on our Discord chat. There's a link down below in the description. Oh, by the way, the fee for this video is that you hit the thumbs up button. Push firmly on it so it stays clicked up. So this is something I would have a popcorn trade set up on, and I do believe I have $50 worth of it that I did this strategy with. This could be one of the coins. And so you purchase and you put your sell orders in layers all the way up, long before the markets move. As soon as you purchase, you have no stop loss orders below the market. All you have is 20% of your coin set out here to sell, 20% here, 20% here, 20% way up at 10 times, and then you sit and wait. And this stuff will happen. And then I just wait for them to work their way up to my pre-existing stop losses. And then if I am watching something go crazy, look at these big, huge buys, huge buys, huge buys. It's not done. This has got a long ways to go yet. But I would be watching it for a top formation where I'm seeing a big divergence in the RSI as it's going up. So as this divergence plays out and gets bigger, this is the 5-minute bars, so it's kind of mean. But there's a lot of on-balance buying going on. This is not done. 1 week view, there's a lot of buying going on. This is just moved, crossed over, and starting, they're moving apart. This is looking, there's a lot of buying going on here. This is not done at all. So if you do have theta, you don't want to let go of it yet. And where is our theta hold? Okay, it was at 150% earlier, and it's just going up. So this database is not live, but it's time limited update. Crazy. We'll come back and check out theta in a bit here, because this is definitely going up higher, and you could just see it in all of the indicators. Cool. Thank you for bringing up theta. And so I would be watching it live now for those indicators that it's hit the top and it's time to get out. For part of my strategy, and the other part of my strategy is that who knows where this is going to go? Why would I try to prejudge that? I would let the market tell me how far it's going to go. I would leave my stop losses down here at the 2100, and I'd be sitting on my hands, and I'd be ignoring this now. I don't need to pay attention to this. I've already got a position in it. It's profitable. I would put my stop losses here, and I wouldn't pay any more attention to it. Seriously, I'd be out hunting for these other coins that are just about to go and take off like that. I've already done my work with theta. It's the market's job now to tell me how correct I am. Hey, glad to have you here, Ed. I love the questions, because questions are the leaders of thought. And sometimes a question will bring out something from my experience. I've been doing this manically for 20 odd years. And so sometimes a question will bring out an answer that I can fit into my book. I take the transcript later from a video and I'll fit it into some place in my book or in the course. It becomes a permanent part of the lessons. Strat, as you can see, is making an enormous bowl shape formation, and it's making a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation at the same time. This is going to go very much higher, and so this is the kind of thing that you would just buy in, and if it turns profitable, you'd put your stop just above your entry and you would sit on your hands. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to sit on your hands, because this is going to do waves on the way up. We all know Elliott waves. I don't have to explain it to you. I can't explain it to you. But it's going to go up in waves, and then waves and waves again. I love Elliott waves, because every time I look at them, I always see a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation right at the top, and a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation right at the bottom. And then a whole bunch of, no two Elliott wave guys ever agree on Elliott wave analysis. You see that? You ever? But everybody agrees on the 1, 2, 3 bottom formations. They're unmistakable. So anyway, as it goes up and it's going to pull back, that's the time to be adding on to it, so that you're bigger and it's going to be going up a second wave. So this is where you want to sit on your hands, leave your stop loss back as it pulls back, let it. And then it's going to be going up higher, and that's why you'll be looking for the wave to get out. We'll talk more about that as it unfolds. because we'll be here every day as this unfolds, and we'll watch this glorious chart, which I must put as an alert, and I have to say that it's going to be one of the top performing for March. It's going to just blast off and people are going to shake their head. Syscoin may be one of the top performing percentage-wise. Really, this could go up 400% in a blink of an eye. It's got the room, and it certainly has the range that it's done before. It's built up. It's got all the pre-pump candles all in line. So we do have that as an alert yet. It's not an alert, but I'm going to put it in. You just got to start out with a small position on this. It's looking alert-ish. So I can't put Sys as one of the top, and it could be. I don't like that. Viacoin. Oh my goodness, that's an alert for sure. I've been loving this accumulation pattern, these big buy candles setting up and setting up and setting up and setting up, and when it goes, like there's just, I love it. And it's another one that I guess I'm torn that I want to put it into the potential top, at least that. Then we can compare this top list, the short list. We can compare the short list at the end of March and see how accurate that was. We'll go for our top 10 and see how accurate that was. VTC. Oh my, this is taking off. So we nailed this one so nicely. Will it be one of the top performing? It could be too. Really, it's got the room to sit right and jump right to, and it's got the base and the strength to do a jump to 4,000, and that would be 4 times the price. That would be extraordinary, and that would be make it into one of the contenders. Got to do it. Just the chart tells me to. No. XEM, no, it's not going to be one of the top contenders. The chart volume and the layout of the chart doesn't tell me it. It could pop back up to double its price only. It's looking good. I'll put it as an alert right now, but not as a top contender. XMR, just from, and you correct me if I'm wrong. Put that in there. If you think this should be, and I'm off base, let me know. Put it in there. This is really still consolidating nice. I can only give it a neutral at the best. And XPM, I'm not thinking so. No. Neutral anyway. Ripple. Will Ripple be one of the top performing coins in March of 2019? I don't think so. No. So I can't even, from this trading plan, I can't even put it as a buy yet from this. If we zoom in, like it just blasted off out of this. There's no trading signal there for me. It just got some, I don't know, who knows, but off it went, it pulled up. Not a trading signal for me that I can do anything with. It doesn't fit into this plan. And those markets, you just have to say, okay, off to the next one, and only work with the markets that will actually line up. This is setting up for like a springboard trade entry, but it's nothing we can do anything with here. I can give it a neutral. It doesn't look like it's going to crack down further. Then Z, this one is still, well, I'm going to put it neutral. It's not looking like it's going to fail and crack down lower. So now for the moment that I love so much in this show is to update this so that we see our main indicator change from day to day. And I should do a stream dropout here one day. Just ta-da. Okay, very good. Where are we for minutes wise? We're at, I don't know where we are for minutes wise. 45 minutes. Wow, that went slower than I thought. So at 45 minutes, here we are with a much more bullish look and a lot less bearish look. So that's nice to see. Some of the reds drops, the oranges dropped, the greens went up, the yellows went up. Very nice. Good to see. So I'm looking forward to seeing that trend continue. That would be phenomenal. Let's go back to our 4. It's still looking to me, yeah, this is a tricky one to trade. There's no action to take right now, but it really looks like it's going to go down. There's so much bleeding going on here. Dumping, 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 and this being, it's a tough one. And this looks like it's ready to go up, but if everything comes down, those will come down too. Where are we now? Perfect. So that wraps up the show. That's the main thing we want to go through. If you have any coins you'd like me to take a look at, I will put them up. I'll draw them up. We could take a look at what's going on Binance Exchange as a teaser. And look at this. Mana up 41%. Loon up 28%. Theta is another 21%. APPC, ELF, RDN. All of these coins are inside what we are trading here. We can find all of these Vibe, KMD, Rep, ONT doing great at 41%. We can see Neo that we're just RDN we just got into. ELF that we've been into for a while and holding, and now it's gone sideways and up nicely. BTS that we got into must have been on a peak that we're just back up to now. Fantastic stuff going on. There is life-changing money to be made here as this is happening, and it's just so cool to be here at this moment in time. So now we got our short list, which should be in the top 10 and then the top 3. Sorry about speaking into the mic. We got 1, 2, 3. BAT in the top 10? No. BitShares? No. Clam? No. Digibyte? Okay, we had a couple votes for that, so it goes up 1 level. Factum, I think it could be in the top 10. We may take that out. That's a thinker. GNT was suggested. Okay, this one I think is going to be in the top 10. Anything else here in the top 10 that I'm skipping? Name, OMG, Omni, Quantum, Rep. Anything else here that should be done? Am I skipping anything? I think Siacoin, Steam, Strat. Probably Viacoin as well. There's Theta going more. My conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is that the markets are manipulated, and it is to do with the fact that you can see this kind of information in the cryptocurrencies where it's normally not the same information availability in the stock markets, where you can see all of this in an automated way, like exactly where all the orders are. And so there is a place that one of the guys in our forum told us about in our Discord chat, and might have been you, Lemar, who shared a new tool that lets you be able to trade across all the different cryptocurrency exchanges, some 157 exchanges, and all you have to do is say, I want to buy $50,000 worth of BitShares, and it'll go to all of the exchanges, look at the order books, and buy just exactly the best deal for you. So it'll buy just the right number of BitShares from each of the 150 whatever exchanges, and give you all the best deals, scalping the best deal from all those exchanges depending on their liquidity and the volume. And those are great tools. But they've also got tools that look across all of these exchanges, and they're able to add up the liquidity of the buy and sell order books above and below the market all the time. And so there are specific times when the markets come to a very specific spot, a very specific formation, that they can go hunting stops. And this isn't new. This is something that you can learn about by reading in Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, where they will thimble rig the market. They will intentionally sell a whole bunch of their coin. Say they'll sell $250,000 of coin, and they have $2 million worth of buy orders way down below the market. So as the market is coming up like this, we may see those kind of dumps. As things are, we get the FOMO traders getting in there now, right? We had the smart traders looking for the bottom formations back here. We're looking for the 1, 2, 3 bottom formations and saying, you know, that's a bottom formation. It's shaping up. You can see it consolidating. You can probably see the unbalanced volume going positive and the RSI giving a nice negative or nice divergence there. You can see this buy signal shaping up. So that's when you buy in. And then it takes off and you go, yes, I put my stop loss up above my entry and I sit on my hands. I'm not doing anything. Market's moving along, moving along. It's getting in the news. Everybody's getting excited. Now the FOMO traders are buying in. And they're usually buying in with too large of a position. And they're putting their stops up too close behind the market because they want to be safe. So there is a specific time when this gets up to the point where you will see in the order books where there's a whole bunch of buys and sells. The conspiracy theory is that nowadays those computers are so sophisticated, they are reading all of the crypto exchanges all at once. They have their money and their orders in place. They have the money available in all the exchanges. So when the moment is correct, they can sell, like I say, $250,000 worth of the coins across all the exchanges to just the right depths to be hitting everybody's stop loss orders. As those hit the stop loss orders and they start to fall down, that's when people are panic selling. That's when more of the orders are being held and people are selling. So that those manipulators already have their buy orders down below. They put $250,000 into the market to shake it out. It scares the hell out of everybody, hits a whole bunch of stops, prices go down. They buy up $2 million worth of the coin and the price bounces right back up and they start liquidating. They take their profits. And so, you know, the old saying, a way to make $1 million is to find a way to make $1,000 and do it 1,000 times. And so if you can create $1,000 profit off of doing something and you can find a way to make it to do it 1,000 times in 3 years, you can make your $1 million pretty darn fast. $1,000 times 1,000 is $1 million. So if you're doing something like this, you could get 1,000 traders to lose $1,000 over a 20-minute period, and boom, there's your $1 million profit after your costs of putting in your sell order to shake out the market. And that kind of manipulation is big money, millions of dollars off of very small moves because they're taking a little bit of money from all sorts of different people. The snow knocked out your internet. It has been a snowy winter, that's for sure. Good to have you here, old Scott. Jared says Factum will be one of the top performing for March. So there we go, Factum. And Factum jumps into the top 3 because it's got votes. You guys want to vote for any more? It's kind of fun to be watching Theta blasting off. Look at these huge buying volumes, so that's very nice. Now the FOMO buyers are going to be jumping in, but look at Bitcoin in the background. I don't like that it made any tick down at all right now. Okay, it's still not in any danger zone for any of them. It's still in that teasing zone. What platform is that? What platform is Theta trading on? It's on Binance. And what platform am I using for the charting? It's Coinigy. MLN on Bitfinex. Let's open up a new tab here, just because I like to look at storage. MLN. MLN on Bitfinex. Okay, we got MLN US dollar. 1 year view. Can't tell you. It's got so little liquidity that it just doesn't matter. You couldn't do any trading on there on my budget, it seems. It's very little liquidity, and who knows what it's going to do. What about MLN BTC here, though? Okay, this is a little bit better. That's much better. Now I can give you a little bit of a view on it. It's got some history to it. It's got some volume down here. So this is one of those coins, though, that doesn't look like it's got a use case going on right off the bat. When we were looking at VET, it had a pretty steady amount of volume, but this has the volume where it counts. Volume so that the price goes up, less volume as it's coming down. So we've got the finished, this is the bottom volume. That's not going lower than this. This is the turnaround. And then we've got interested accumulation going on as the price is building up here. Now we have it actually taking off above this zone. So we had such a beautiful 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and then a break above it. So you could put a few bucks into it right where it stood. It looks like it's going to be going higher than that, but a real great spot that our trading signal would be looking for is right there. Are we looking at the one? Okay, that's the 1 day. Great. Yeah. Took a long time, all the way from September, October, November, December. This is absolutely going to go higher. Look at this. I wish I had a tool that, maybe I could do it this way. See how far this is? You could take that same thing and stand it up. That's how far you can expect this to go. So it's hard to do that unless it actually was a fixed. Can I do it when it's fixed? No, because it still stretches. But that's the idea. The momentum is built up by the size of the base. So, yeah, it's got a pretty good looking future there. I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't matter. The chart pattern says that the market likes it, and it's building up really beautifully. So I appreciate you bringing that up. That's awesome, because there's a market we wouldn't have gone over. And it's an opportunity that somebody who's watching along, that's something different than what we do in the Poloniex reviews. Phenomenal. Poloniex. Just like to check on those ones that, things that are taking off. This doesn't have that much buying going on. It's a very thinly traded market. So it's not one of my favorite. Okay, let's get back to our top 10 here. Get back to focus. Let's do a sum of everything in this line. And then I can copy and paste that. That should work. Very good. So there's our top 10 and our top 3. Now we got to pick 2 more out of those 8. Which of the other 2 now? Strat, Steam, Siacoin, Kyber Network Token. Whoops. What did I click on? There we are. GNT. Factum is the only one that we've got as one of our top 3. So this is interaction required. What do you think, guys? Which are going to be the top? We got 2 more to choose. Drum roll, please. Dum 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 dum. MLN is one of the highest volatility in the crypto screener in TradingView. That's why I mentioned it. Thanks for your review. In the crypto screener on TradingView. Searches TradingView for crypto screener. I'll have to take a look through that and pull that up. Always good to pull something like that up. Binance is doing some great stuff. Here's Poloniex, Decentraland, Clams, Vertcoin, VTC. Oh yes, up it's going. Let's zoom into the 5-minute bar for Bitcoin. Holding. Ethereum holding. Litecoin holding. Got some big sell candles going on there. Stellar holding. That pretty much wraps it up. So we went over our bull market index. Okay, I've got to do some work on the chart here. I think I wrecked it by putting in those extra pieces of data in there. I'll take those out. Where is my YouTube chat? Stellar holding. Viacoin. And I'm going to have to say Steam, just because they've got such a large community that when it gets going, it's going to go crazy. It's just a madness thing, but it's not going to last long. It'll be a lot of FOMO in there as well. There's a lot of really great ones here. And we'll come back to this. I will record this and set it up so that it's easy for us to come back to see which ones are the top 10, and we will see how correct we are. So that about wraps it up here for today. Great to have you guys along. Always good to study this stuff because it's going to make incredible gains. Crazy. I think BAT and storage should pop. I think storage is definitely going to go. It's one of my long-term favorites because it's going to compete with Google Drive and Amazon Cloud. It's incredibly huge. But just as Bitcoin starts to give us a little bit of a red candle here, I'm going to be signing off and wish you guys all the best in your trading. Good luck in all of your Bitcoin trading. Good luck in all your crypto trading. And hopefully together we've picked out some of the top 3 cryptocurrencies for March of 2019. And if we've picked out the best cryptocurrencies to invest in for March of 2019, we'll have a party at the end of March. We'll all get together and have a virtual party. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate having you guys here. Glad to see all the stream is all working properly again now. Cheers. Where's the stop button now?